boys and beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to do a cute frontal quick weave with some very cheap hair that I got from my beauty supply store. So we're going to jump right into it. I will be starting off with the Got To Be Glue gel. I'm going to apply these onto my edges, and this is just to help slick my edges down and just to make sure that everything is nicely laid and protected. I will be putting a cap over my hair. I'm going to be taking the same steps as I would if I were to be doing like a, quick weave with more expensive bundles. The steps are still very much the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to do this. I did not get to do my cute intro for y'all. I completely forgot. So this is why I just jumped right into it. So for those of you who know me, my name is Markela, and those of you who do not, welcome. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and be sure to continue to watch this full video, okay? You do not want to miss out on how I really flipped this hair. I'm still shocked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to do this. The cap that I will be using, it is a mesh cap. For some odd reason I could not find the cap of my natural color, but nevertheless I will just apply some makeup onto it or whatever. But y'all see them edges? Laid them. I didn't even use the blow dryer, which is very shocking. But so here's what the cap looks like, right? It's super bright. I definitely should have got a flesh tone, but that's okay. But yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just pretty much measuring it, trying to make sure everything is fully covered. I will be bringing this cap down. It fits my hair perfectly. But before we get into that, this is the hair that I will be using. This is the Janet Collection Melt 13 by 5. It has 3 bundles, a 10-inch, a 12, and a 14. Now y'all, I thought this was a frontal, and it wasn't. It looks like a frontal, but it's not. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Somebody please come look at this. Like, it's like edges and a closure. I was very shocked. Like, I did not know how I was about to pull this off, but we're just gonna go ahead and continue right along. So y'all, this is what the frontal looks like. Like, look at this. I don't know what this is. This is like a front. This is an edge closure. I'm gonna call this a closure edge. An edge closure. At this point, y'all, this is my honest reaction. Like, I did not know what I was going to do, but I made it work. So the first thing that I am going to do, I did go ahead and cut, but before I do this, I want to show y'all what it looked like. I'm like really trying to figure out what's going on. This is what it looked like. It's like, it's just edges and then it's just hair. They should have just gave me a closure, but don't worry. We're gonna get right into this. So y'all gotta really pray for me, okay? Because I have no idea what I was going to do, okay? So I did go ahead and speed up this process. I am pulling down my cap and I'm measuring it, and I'm going to use my Got To Be Glue spray just to go ahead and seal my cap. So I do, since this is speed up and I do kind of have to do this, or this is sped up, just bear with me and be patient throughout the video. So now that I have put the Got2b glue on my spray, now I'm just going to take a little bit of my powder foundation and I'm just going to place it all over the cap like so. There is no particular method. Some people like to use the liquid, some people like to use the powder. Since I was not having this hairstyle in for a long time and I was really just playing around to see what I could really do with this cheap hair, I just went ahead and I just used the powder. The powder was easy and it was quick, and I low-key didn't know where my liquid foundation was, so that's the real truth. So now what I'm going to do is just prepare just to play around with this closure edge and see, you know, what we're looking like. Like, do I need to put more glue at the front or put more glue in the back? I'm just simply measuring. So I did need to go ahead and put a little bit more glue, and I did go ahead and cut my cap. So just bear with me while I go ahead and do that. And I also did see, I did go ahead and just cut my cap as well. I didn't do the whole ear method or anything. I just went ahead and I just cut it, right? I'm familiar with my head. One side did have a little bit more cap than the other, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make adjustments, so stay tuned. Now that my cap is fully cut, this is the closure slash frontal slash edges with lace. This is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to go ahead and cut the lace, basically the perimeter of the closure. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut around it just to cut all that excess lace. I'm doing a quick weave, so it's really unnecessary for all of that lace to actually be around. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I made sure that I took my time because I didn't want to accidentally cut it, or else I would have been SOL. But now that I think about it, I really could have just cut it into a closure and just went on about my way like that. That probably would have been super easy now that I'm doing my voiceover and I'm able to look at the video and everything. But nevertheless, I wanted to see what the challenge was. So this is what it looks like with all of the lace cut. So I'm going to place this back on my head again just to see what the measurements look like. Like, what else would I have to cut or would I have to adjust? And honestly, it was a little bit easier. Now you guys can definitely tell this is on the cheaper side of hair, right? But I was feeling a little confident about this, right? So I will of course cut all of the excess lace, but I was just trying to see how far, you know, it actually covered my hairline, and just to see like how natural could I actually get this lace. Now because I was doing a quick weave and it has that closure, like, I did go ahead and sew that down. So I did need Bay. Shout out to Bay, because he definitely came to the rescue. I told him I was not able to hold, and so boom, he came, and I'm so grateful for him. And you know, he a professional hairstylist, so he be knowing what he be, I'm just playing, he be knowing what he be doing. So I did go ahead and speed this up as well. So while he was holding that, if you guys ever purchase this hair, which my honest opinion, I really wouldn't, well, at least not this, I don't know what this is, y'all, for real. Like, it's a struggle. But I did go ahead and sew down the closure piece. So I did that throughout my entire head, and I just left the edges, I just left them like loose, and I just used a little bit of bow hole glue on my head. So I am going to go ahead and breeze past this, and I will catch up with you guys later on in the video. Alrighty, y'all. So now that we got that done, now we're going to go ahead and move into the Quickweave. So I'll be using my Quickweave protector. I'll put that down in the I will be putting that down in the description box below. So as you guys see, I just went ahead and I just poured a little bit of that on my head, and I'm using my perm brush to just lay all of the product flat. Now I did do about 2 layers of this. I personally like to use this method. If you guys have seen any of my quick weaves, you guys know that I use this because this is the quickest way for me to remove my hair, you know, when it's time to come out and everything. So I love this method. It's super easy. If you ever want to do a quick weave, I highly recommend that you use this method. So now my hair was sliding out. Like I said, I was not really worried, y'all, at all, because I knew this hairstyle was not going to stay in my hair. I just knew it. Okay, so just bear with me. So this kind of gets a little repetitive. I did go ahead and speed this up, only because I did like several layers just to make sure that my hair would be protected from the glue. So I am going to see you guys in a bit and continue watching. Alrighty guys, so now that we are finished, we are moving on to our 5th part of the video. I will be gluing my tracks with the double track method. I was trying to be very quick when I did this video, and I feel like it's a little bit easier and it's a little quicker when you do the double method. So if you are doing a quick weave, or if you've done one, or if you're getting one done, the double the double wet quick weave method is pretty cool. So I did go ahead and I began to speed this up. This is a very repetitive process. I have a very more detailed video as to how I basically did the quick weave, right? So now that we have all of the hair in the head, what I'm doing now is just clipping the hair so that we can lay these edges, okay? But before I put any glue or anything on them, I am going to go ahead and cut them, because I did not want any extra lace looking crazy. You know, I was already a little bit nervous about this hair. I'm not gonna lie, but I did want to make sure that I actually took my time still styling it, you know. So now I'm just taking my comb and I am just basically separating the extra lace from my ear, and now I'm just going to take the scissors and I'm just going to cut, right? So now the lace will fall exactly where it needs to go. So I'm feeling a little bit better about this. And I'm doing the same thing on this side, right? So you just want to separate the lace and just cut it like so. If you do need help, do not hesitate to ask anybody to assist you, because I know that sometimes this can be a little hard. We're gonna go ahead and get right into the plucking. So I did like a little bit of plucking, but I did want to make sure that I did a little bit more plucking so that it can look a little natural. So now that we have that done, I'm using the Bold Hold glue, adhesive glue, and I am just placing that around my edges, right? So I had this glue for a little minute, and I'm clearly dropping the glue, but I like to do this part in sections. So what I did was, of course, I went ahead and I applied glue at like the middle front portion of my crown. And now I'm just taking a rat tail comb and I'm just laying the glue like so. Right? So it's really, really easy. You just want to make sure that you put a good amount of glue on, but not too much. And you also want to make sure that you spread it thin. Okay? Because when you do that, it kind of eliminates the issue of you having buildup and everything. So, I mean, it's honestly very easy and kind of self-explanatory. So I did go ahead and speed that up as well. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, and I'm also going to speed up the process for the edge portion as well, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing here and here, okay? So once I finish this, then I will meet you guys later in the video. Alrighty guys, so now that we have everything glued down, right? Now what I'm going to do is cut the lace. Now bear with me, y'all, because clearly the lace is still discolored. I'm not fully done, and I wanted to cut this as close to my hairline as possible, which I kind of messed up a little bit, but you know, we're gonna go ahead and play around with it. But you want to make sure that when you do cut your lace, a lot of people cut their laces with like razors and everything. I couldn't find my razor. So just bear with me. So I'm basically just going to cut the lace on the same side, and I'm going to also continue to glue the rest of the product as well. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and jump right back into the video, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So now that we're done cutting the lace, these last clips are a little bit fast because I just wanted to breeze right through it and just let you guys see. So I am just using an elastic band to lay down my edges, and now I'm just going to be parting my hair and using my hot comb that you plug into the wall, and I'm just laying my edges down. Okay, I will be using my olive oil wax stick to lay the hair down, just to give it that more clean, natural effect. And I will just be styling, so I don't want to keep you guys too long for this part because it is kind of self-explanatory. I do have a fully very detailed quick weave on how to do a quick weave with a closure. So I'll put that link up here, that way you guys can go ahead and check that out. I did go ahead and I took my time with this. I made sure I didn't burn myself, and I tried to really make the hair as natural as possible. So that is pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys continue to watch and see how I laid it down, how I made it look natural, and also how I styled my hair. So now that everything is laid, I am cutting my hair into a bob. Anybody that knows me know I love a good bob. I was very hesitant on whether or not I wanted to keep the hair the length that it was. So I just went ahead and cut it because I really wasn't getting the ideal look that I wanted to get from it. So I just went ahead and cut it into a bob. It looks more thicker and it looks a little bit more natural to me, so that's why I did that. So I will be jumping straight into straightening my hair and laying my edges down. I feel as though the only way for this to look natural is for me to lay my edges down. So the elastic band is off, everything is looking pretty good. And then I was like, dang, I need to go ahead and add makeup. So I think I did cut that out by accident, but I did later on in the video add makeup to my lace so that it could look a little bit more natural. Okay, so forgive me if you don't see that all the way, but we're getting towards the end. And I just kept taking my hot comb because y'all seen how the edges were. And it wasn't like a whole lot of hair, so I really had to fake it till I make it. But the hair looks way better now than what it did before. I mean, it does. And, you know, give me some grace, y'all, because I did not put makeup on my edges yet. So right now, I'm just doing the same thing that I did to all of my other edges, just to lay it down. I also could not figure out whether or not I wanted to leave it straight or if I wanted to do it curly. At the time, I really did not like how it looked. I didn't like how it felt. It looked a little weird. But now that I'm actually looking at it, it really doesn't look that bad. It was a little bit big to me. Like, it was kind of too thick. And I kind of should have just, you know, thinned it out a little bit. But when I tell you I was not trying to mess this hair up, I was not. But it honestly doesn't look that bad. I'm not even about to play. It does not even look that bad. I was very shocked with the outcome of it. And then later I was just like, you know what? I don't think I want to wear it straight. I think I might curl it. So I did end up curling the bob. So I did go ahead and use a little bit more Got To Be Glue spray. And I did add a little makeup. So as you guys see, it doesn't look as discolored. It actually looks way better. So here I was just like, you know what, forget it. My flat irons were not on. So I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't think I like it straight, so let me go ahead and curl it. And nothing was really happening for real. But eventually I got it to work and I was able to curl my entire head. So go ahead and continue watching. Right now the hair looks really good. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think down in the description box. Like, the hair really don't look bad, honestly. I'm very shocked. Like, this type of hair, you cannot leave it long. If you're gonna go cheap and go short. Don't go cheap and go long, or else your hair gonna be looking crazy, and then you're gonna be looking like a scarecrow. And don't nobody like a scarecrow, not even around Halloween time. No, was not giving me what I needed it to give me, y'all. So just stay tuned. I'll be showing you guys how I curl my hair with a flat iron. So I'll catch up with you guys later on in the video. So I think in this very moment, I was like, yep, I'm just gonna go for it and curl my entire head. I always like going for a cute, messy curl. You guys have to let me know what you guys think about the lace, the hairstyle, the cut, and everything. And be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And drop your thoughts, comments, or however you feel about the video down in the description box. And I cannot wait to see you next time.